Your dog may be tolerating you, not trusting you. That sounds harsh. But here's the truth. Dogs communicate discomfort every single day, and most owners completely miss it. And the worst part? These signals don't look like warnings. They look normal. They look cute. They look like love. By the end of this video, you may realize your dog has been trying to tell you something for months. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we go deeper than the surface of dog behavior. Not just tips, the real psychology behind what your dog is trying to say. Hit subscribe if you want to actually understand your dog, not just live with them. Now let's get into it. Here's something most people don't realize. Dogs don't hide their emotions the way humans do. They can't. Their body is constantly broadcasting how they feel. Stress, anxiety, fear, emotional disconnection. All of it is written in their posture, their eyes, their movement. But we misread it. We see a wagging tail and assume happiness. We see licking and think affection. We see a dog chewing our shoes and call it revenge. None of that is accurate. These signs are subtle. Until you know exactly what you're looking at. So let's go through all 9, starting from the most overlooked and building toward the one sign that should stop you cold. Number 9. Licking that isn't love. You probably think your dog licks you because they adore you. And sometimes, yes, that's true. But there's another kind of licking. One that looks identical from the outside. And it has nothing to do with affection. It's called appeasement licking. And it's a stress behavior. When a dog feels social pressure, when they're overwhelmed, anxious, or uncomfortable, they lick to reduce tension. It's a calming signal, not a loving one. Watch for the combination: licking with a stiff body, avoiding eye contact, or turning their head slightly away. That dog isn't telling you they love you. That dog is saying, please, back off a little. The fix? Give them space. Stop forcing closeness. Let them come to you. Number 8. The emotionless greeting. You walk through the door after hours away, and your dog barely moves. Most owners shrug this off. He's just independent. She's low energy. That's just how they are. But calm isn't always contentment. When a dog has a healthy bond with their owner, your arrival changes their emotional state. Their body language shifts. Their energy lifts. Even subtle dogs show something. When there's nothing, that could point to emotional disconnection. A weakened bond. A dog whose nervous system has learned that your presence doesn't signal safety or joy anymore. That's not personality. That's a relationship that needs rebuilding. The fix? Low-pressure positive interactions. No forced excitement. Just gentle, calm, consistent moments that start to rebuild what was lost. Number 7. Refusing food from you. This one is a red flag that most owners explain away. Your dog takes treats from strangers, from your kids, from your neighbor. But when you offer a treat, they sniff it, look away, and walk off. Here's what's actually happening. Food motivation is one of the strongest drives in a dog's brain. When stress or emotional discomfort is powerful enough to override that drive, that tells you something significant is going on. Your dog may have developed a negative emotional association with you, not because you're a bad owner, but because of something, a specific incident, repeated stress, unpredictable energy, that their nervous system has tagged as unsafe. The fix here isn't about the treat. It's about trust. Slow down. Sit near them without expectation. Let your calm presence become the reward before you ever offer food again. Number 6. The misunderstood tail wag. Say it with me. A wagging tail does not automatically mean a happy dog. This is probably the most widespread misreading in dog behavior, and it gets people bitten every year. Here's the science. A high, stiff wag, almost like a flag snapping in the wind, signals tension and arousal. The dog is alert, activated, and potentially reactive. A low, slow wag with a tucked or neutral body. That's appeasement. That's please don't hurt me. The tail is just one data point. The entire body is the message. Watch the ears, the shoulders, the weight distribution. Is the dog leaning in or pulling back? Is the mouth soft or tight? The fix is simple but takes practice. Stop looking at the tail and start reading the whole dog. Number 5. Pulling away from touch. You reach out to pet your dog, and they do something small, almost invisible. They freeze for half a second. They turn their head away. They lean their body slightly back. Most owners don't even notice. And if they do, they push through it anyway, because the dog didn't actually move, right? But that freeze, that head turn, that lean, those are consent signals. And your dog just said no. Dogs who are repeatedly touched past their comfort threshold don't forget it. Ignored discomfort doesn't disappear, it builds. Over time, it can escalate into a dog who snaps, growls, or completely shuts down around physical contact. The fix is to practice consent-based interaction. Reach out and pause. Let your dog lean in. If they don't, that's your answer, and you respect it. Keep watching, because the next 3 signs get significantly more serious. Number 4. Growling when approached. If your dog growls at you, what's your instinct? For most owners, it's correction. No. A firm voice. Maybe a tap. Stop that behavior immediately. And that instinct, however natural it feels, is one of the most dangerous mistakes you can make. Here's why. Growling is communication. It is your dog's way of saying, I am uncomfortable and I need this to stop before something worse happens. It is a warning system that exists to prevent escalation. When you punish a growl, you don't remove the discomfort. You remove the warning. You teach your dog that expressing distress has consequences. So they skip the growl. And then one day, with no warning at all, they snap. The fix is to respect the growl. Don't correct it, listen to it. Back off. Give space. Then investigate what triggered it and work on that root cause, ideally with a professional behaviorist. Number 3. Ignoring their name. You call your dog. Nothing. You call again. They glance at you, then look away. Easy explanation, stubborn, distracted, just being a dog. But there's a deeper possibility worth taking seriously. A dog's name should trigger a reflexive, positive response because their brain has learned that their name predicts good things. Attention, reward, connection. But what if their name has been called primarily in frustration, in correction, right before something they don't want? A bath, a nail trim, being put away? Over time, their nervous system stops associating their name with anything worth responding to. In more serious cases, it can signal emotional shutdown. A dog who has learned that engaging with you leads to stress, so they've stopped expecting anything positive from the interaction altogether. The fix is to rebuild that association from scratch. Call their name only when something good follows. Every single time. No exceptions, until that reflex is restored. Number 2. Destroying your stuff. Your dog chews your shoes, tears up your pillow, destroys the one thing you specifically didn't want them to touch. And the natural human interpretation? Revenge. Spite. They knew what they were doing. Dogs don't think that way. Revenge requires a level of premeditated, moral reasoning that dogs simply don't have. Here's what's actually happening. When you leave, your dog experiences distress. And in that distress, they seek out your scent because your scent is comfort. Your scent means safety. So they find the items that smell most like you, and they interact with them intensely. The destruction isn't anger. It's anxiety coping. Your belongings become an emotional regulation object in your absence. The fix is never about punishing the destruction. It's about treating the underlying separation anxiety through desensitization, structured departures, and sometimes professional support. And number 1. The one sign that most owners have never even heard of. The whale eye. Here's what it looks like. Your dog goes still. Their body tenses slightly. And when you look at their face, you can see the whites of their eyes. That crescent of white at the corner or edge of the eye. Visible because they're holding their head in one position while their gaze moves in another direction. It almost looks strange, dramatic, like something out of a movie. It is one of the clearest, most unambiguous distress signals in canine body language. When a dog shows whale eye, they feel trapped, cornered, unsafe. They are in a state of high stress, and they do not know how to escape the situation they're in. And most owners, when they see it, either don't recognize it, or they think it looks funny and move in closer. This is often the final warning before a dog escalates. The fix is immediate. Create space. Stop whatever interaction is happening. Give your dog a clear, pressure-free exit. And then take a serious look at what situations consistently trigger this response. Because your dog has been communicating something critical, and it's time to listen. Your dog is not trying to be difficult. They are not being dramatic. They are not acting out. They are not broken. They are communicating in the only language they have ever had access to. Every stiff posture, every avoidance, every lick that wasn't really love, every growl you almost punished, every time they pulled away from your hand. That was information. That was your dog saying, I need something to be different. And here's what changes when you finally learn to hear it. You stop reacting to behavior, and you start responding to what's underneath it. The fear, the confusion, the need for safety, and that shift, that moment when your dog realizes you actually understand them. That's when real trust begins. Not forced, not trained, earned. Because trust is built the moment a dog finally feels heard. If this video made you see your dog differently, share it. It might change how someone else sees theirs too. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.